you know what that means. It's time for Draft Grades presented by Lexus. And we are focused on the AFC West, in case that didn't give it away for you. And David, yes, you're still...
It's fine.
You're still giving grades for the Raiders.
These guys.
And we love it. So what was your assessment now looking here at what they did? They had the best dressed guy for sure.
No, he was very nice jacket. Very nice suit. I love that. I'm going to say B, okay? Just because I feel like, yeah, Tyree Wilson, you got to get someone opposite Max Crosby. You got to help my guy Max out. Yeah, and he could be a guy that turns into someone that is productive. They didn't really have that with Chandler Jones last year. It's been a while since they've had that. So, yes, that's great. Mayer, the tight end, Josh probably saw Mayer and said, that's Gronk, right? Is he going to be Gronk? I don't know. Gronk's pretty special. He's like one of one. But he's wearing 87. He does a lot of the same things. He can block in line, right? That's what they want to do, run it downhill with Josh Jacobs. And he can do this type of thing, right? From the I formation, from that in line. He can run the sail routes. He can run those 15-yard outs. Run the seams. He's a physical guy that's going to be productive. Foster Moreau is that role. So as I look through it, they didn't get a quarterback until 135. That's the only thing that I get concerned for Josh about. Like, you're going into this thing, it wasn't the greatest last year, right? So you got to have someone that can buy you a little bit of time. Is it going to be Jimmy G? I don't know. We'll see, right? But they got some issues. They got to solve them. I don't see a lot of answers that they had holes for from last year.
I'm not mad that they went with the edge at 7 instead of the quarterback, because Will Levis, I don't think that is the one you wanted.
I agree.
If you could have got one of the other 3 at 7, maybe go there. But they finished in the bottom 3 when it came to sacks last season. So you get a guy in Tyree Wilson who's going to learn from Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. I think you can never have enough pass rushers.
That part.
Great addition. Instantly makes their defense better.
It can really help their defense if he
100%. Overall, their defensive side of the ball was what really needed help, because almost every major metric was at the bottom half of the league. Dead last in takeaways with only 13 last season in Las Vegas. All right, Bridget, you get the Chargers, a team you know very well right here in SoCal. What's your grade?
Okay, I promise I'm not copying you, but I'm also going to give them a B. They went with the right position with 21. Quentin Johnston, the wide receiver, smaller guy, but they did get his teammate, Darius Davis, that is the speedy receiver, someone who could step into the slot and will probably be used as a returner. DeAndre Carter, that big return guy, they actually, he went to your team, Raiders, during free agency. So I like what they did, and then they added some depth. We saw the Chargers' biggest issue last season was the injuries. So you get an edge, you get a linebacker that can really help out when and if, and hopefully it never happens again. They have those injuries, and then they did add another offensive lineman too, which is a problem that we saw last year. He's going to be a guy kind of like Jamari Sawyer that stepped into that left tackle position, someone who can play tackle or guard. So for the Chargers, it's all about adding some depth. They got the wide receiver. One thing I didn't see them take, though, which was interesting, is the running back position, which to me says that things are going well with Austin Eckler. And we can expect, you know, hopefully he will find his locker again here shortly.
As they should, by the way. Austin Eckler's an absolute beast, but they still need more depth behind him, right? They have Joshua Kelly, Isaiah Spiller, who still need to make those big jumps here in the league. All right, David, you've got the Chiefs now.
Okay, the Chiefs, I mean, it's kind of easy. Right? Because they won the world championship. They don't have to do much. I'm going to give them a C, because it's average.
Right? I'm giving him a C.
It's average, but you didn't need anybody, right? You got an edge rusher. Osama, he could turn into a guy. And if you do that, if you get up on teams, you need guys to end games, and he is definitely one of those guys. Okay, Rice is a receiver, I think. Okay, maybe he's the guy, but I think they more looked at his physical ability, being able to jump out of the gym. And they kind of missed that with Tyreek. Tyreek was a guy that always make these aftermarket plays with Pat. He'd kind of go up and make these big, spectacular. They kind of needed that, so they might have reached there. You know, then you look at it, they got a tackle, you got a defensive back, kind of help Spags out on the defensive side. But I kind of wish they would have made a little bit of a splash. Like, I know they're good. I know they're the world champions, but you could have go Zay Flowers. Maybe they tried to trade up. I don't know. I feel like they did. I heard some things. They tried to trade into the first round, tried to trade up a little bit earlier, and it didn't work out for them. So at least they gave an effort. So I'm going to give them a C for effort.
I mean, look, I'm not concerned about them and their drafting. They had 8 rookies play significant snaps last season. 10 first-year guys play in the Super Bowl. They're going to be just fine. Bridget, bring us on home.
Okay, I'm one of those teachers that just shuts their eyes and gives the whole class a B, because I'm going with B again here for the Broncos. Marvin Mims, I think, is a great pick. They trade up. They didn't have any first or second round picks. Trade up, get him with the last pick in the second round. He's an underrated player. He's a guy kind of like Tyler Lockett. Russell Wilson loved Tyler Lockett in Seattle. Could this be his new Tyler Lockett? And to add another wide receiver to join Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, if Russell Wilson is not successful this season, it's not because he doesn't have weapons. They went out there and they found him a wide receiver. I think overall, B.
Good.
All right.
That's fine.
Fair enough. Overall, I tread lightly with this division because we hyped it up into oblivion last year. They all was a huge season, so I like that we're
anything above average.
conservative with the grades, but
right.
still expecting a ton from you guys. We deserve it. Come on. All right.